All right, today we're going to dive into some wisdom that, honestly, it goes straight to the heart. It's kind of like a roadmap for navigating all the twists and turns life throws at us.
So let's just jump right in with a pretty personal question. Where is your heart really attached? I mean, what does it truly lean on? Getting honest about this, well, that's the key to unlocking everything else we're going to talk about.
Okay, so first up, we need to talk about this inner state, something that can really corrupt our spirit. And it's a word we've all heard a million times, but maybe not in this way. That word is greed.
But hang on, we're not talking about greed for, money or stuff. This is a different kind of greed. It's about being attached to what other people have. Their approval, their attention, their praise, what they can give you. The second our heart gets hooked on that, man, it just starts to get weak. It kind of loses its dignity and it forgets the real source of everything good. So you've got these two paths, right? Two different ambitions for the heart. On one side, there's greed, which leads to this anxious, broken feeling inside, always looking to other people for validation. But then there's the other path, scrupulousness. That leads to a heart that's dignified, it's clean, and it's attached to God. It's really the difference between being dependent and being truly free. So what happens when our heart wanders off and gets attached to all this stuff? How does it find its way back home? Well, the wisdom we're looking at says there are basically two main ways, two different kinds of invitations to come back.
Wow, that's pretty powerful, isn't it? The message is crystal clear. The invitation to come back home, it's going to come, one way or another. Our choice really is how we answer that first gentler knock on the door.
Okay, so here they are, the two paths. First, you have the path of kindness. This is when God just showers you with blessings, right? Life is easy, you feel protected. That's the invitation to come back through just pure love and gratitude. But what if we miss that? What if we're so busy enjoying the gift that we forget the one who gave it? Well, that's when the second path might come into play. The path of trial. Hardship, loss, things not going our way. And this is so important. It's not a punishment, it's a wake-up call. That trial, as tough as it is, can actually be a huge mercy, meant to shake our distracted heart and bring it back home.
And that idea, it forces us to completely rethink what we call good and bad. Most of the time, we think it's super simple. Getting what I want is good, not getting what I want is bad. End of story. But this wisdom is telling us, whoa, hold on, you need to look way deeper than that.
So let's just ask it straight up. Is getting what you want every single time always good for you? Is it possible that what looks like a total win on the surface is actually a hidden loss?
This right here, this just flips everything we think we know completely upside down. The idea that what seems like a gift could actually be holding something back from you. And what feels like a painful denial could be the best gift you ever receive. It's a total paradox.
Let's unpack that a little, because it's a big idea. So something that looks like a gift, right? You get the job, you get the relationship, you get all this praise, but maybe, just maybe, it's really a distraction. Maybe it's just puffing up your ego and pulling your heart further away from its true purpose. And on the flip side, that denial, not getting the thing you wanted so badly, could actually be this incredible act of protection, a way to keep you safe, to purify your heart, and to call you back to Him. And this is really the core of it. The real sting when we're denied something, it isn't just the loss. It's that feeling of why. It's the confusion, not seeing the mercy behind it. But imagine if we could see it, if we could see how that denial was actually protecting us. The pain wouldn't just vanish, but it would change, right? It would go from feeling like an injustice to a feeling of trust. This idea of trust leads us to something we've all felt, a really tender spot, loneliness. That feeling of being disconnected from everyone. But what if loneliness isn't a problem we need to fix? What if it's actually a kind of spiritual training? I love this idea. It says that when you're in one of those seasons where you just feel out of sync with the world, maybe it's not a failure. Maybe it's an invitation. Your heart is being gently tugged away from a temporary comfort so it can be introduced to something much bigger, a real intimacy with God.
Now let's be super clear about this. This does not mean you should hate people or become a recluse. Not at all. This is about inner freedom. It's about your heart not being a prisoner to needing everyone's approval all the time. It's being set free because it's getting ready for a much deeper connection with the Creator.
And where do we find that intimacy? Well, it's tied directly to prayer. Think about it. The fact that you can even turn to God and ask for help, the fact that your heart can even form the words, that itself is a sign of His mercy. It means the door is already open.
He's already listening. He wants to hear from you.
Okay, so let's tie all of this together now. We've talked about this special kind of greed, about kindness and trials, gifts and denials, even loneliness. And it might seem like a bunch of random ideas, but it's all pointing to one single, massive purpose behind everything that happens to us.
And here it is. This is the big takeaway. All of it. The good stuff, the hard stuff, the easy times, the difficult ones, it's all part of a plan. It's like a divine curriculum designed just for you. It's God raising you up, teaching you, shaping you, and just gently but persistently calling your heart back home to Him.
So how do we get this new perspective? Well, the journey looks kind of like this. Step 1, you purify your heart from needing everyone's approval. Step 2, you learn to read the messages in everything, the good and the bad. Step 3, you start to see what's really going on behind the scenes. And finally, step 4, when that feeling of loneliness comes, you answer the call to connect on a deeper level.
And all of this leaves us with one final game-changing question. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We can start asking, what does God want from me through this? How can I use this very moment, whether it feels like a gift or a trial, to get closer to Him? You know, asking that question, well, that changes absolutely everything.